So these are the ingredients you'll be needing for the meat pie. I've got here 500 grams of lamb meat. I've washed them and I've cut them into small cubes like this. I've got here 2 medium-sized potatoes, also cubed, 1 medium-sized onion chopped into small pieces. I've got here 5 tablespoons of plain flour. That's to thicken the meat sauce. I've got here 500 milliliters of vegetable stock. You can use beef or lamb stock if you've got any. Some soy sauce, salt and pepper to season, and vegetable oil. And also I'll be using puff pastry for the bottom and top layer. So the first thing is I've got my pan on heat and I'm gonna add some vegetable oil, about 2 tablespoons. And I'm gonna add my meat. I'm just gonna fry the meat so all the meat turns brown. I've been cooking my meat for 5 minutes now, and as you can see, the meat gave out a lot of water, which is normal. So now I'm going to add my flour to the pan, and I'm going to mix that and cook that just for a couple of minutes. Now, after cooking this for further 2 minutes, transfer your meat into a plate and put the pan back on heat and add like a tablespoon of oil. Now I'm going to add my onions, and I'm going to cook my onions for about 5–10 minutes until it turns slightly brown. I'm going to season them with salt and pepper. And like I said, mix that until it turns slightly brown, just to glaze the onions a bit. So it's been about 10 minutes I've been frying my onions, and they've gone slightly brown. So now I'm going to add my meat back into the pan again. Mix it. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to add my potatoes. Maybe I should have used a bigger pan. And then I'm going to add my vegetable stock slowly in. You can add any vegetable you want to, like peas or carrots, but since my kids don't like vegetable that much, I'm just going to keep it simple with just meat and potato. So I'll add the rest of my stock in, and I'm going to cook that until the meat has gone tender. So if you feel, it'll take about an hour or so to be, for the meat to get tender. If you feel like the liquid has reduced and there's a chance of your meat burning slightly, then obviously add a bit more water, or you can add more vegetable stock. So mix it and then cover it in slow to medium heat, slow heat I would say, until the meats get tender. Obviously come and check upon it. So that it'll take about an hour or so to cook. So I will see you guys after the meat has tenderized. So this is my meat mixture after 1 hour. It's gone thick and the meat has tendered nicely. I did, however, add a cup of vegetable stock because the gravy was drying up a lot. So whilst that was cooking, I baked my bottom layer of pastry in the oven. It's cooled down now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bit of cheese. This is optional. You don't have to add any cheese. So I'm just going to mix it slightly. And then I'm just going to transfer the whole meat mixture into my dish. It was a bit more runny, but as it cooled down, it dried up a bit more. If you don't want your mixture this dry, then you can add a bit of gravy to it. So there's all the mixture in. Now I'm just going to put the top pastry on top. So I've got a ready-made rolled pastry here, which I used for the bottom layer as well. It just makes it a lot easier. So just place it on the top like that. I'll just cut the excess pastry off all around. And then just with both the thumbs, just pinch it in like that. You're going to slit a couple of holes in the middle, just let the steam out. And then I'm just going to egg wash the top pastry. You don't have to use egg wash this, but it just adds a bit of golden glaze to the pie. Just an extra touch. And then I'm just going to bang that in the oven again. About 15-20 minutes until the pastry goes a bit golden in colour and crispy. So there you are, guys. I'm just going to put that back in the oven, and I'll see you after 15-20 minutes, and I'll show you the end results. So this is my meat pie out of the oven. I just baked it for another 13 minutes to have this golden shiny glaze. So let's see. I've also let it cool down. So there we are, our meat potato pie, best served hot with chips.